artists, this is Ms. Schaefer, and today we are going to learn about artist and entrepreneur Walt Disney. Let's go. Walt Disney was an American entrepreneur, artist, animator, writer, and film producer. He was born in Chicago in 1901, and at a young age they moved to Missouri. He worked for his dad's newspaper. At 18, his first job was a commercial illustrator. He joined the Red Cross and drove an ambulance. Then he moved out to California and studied animation with another friend. He started a studio with his brother Roy called Disney Brothers Studio. He hired artist Lillian Bounds and later married her. Steamboat Willie was the first sound cartoon. In 1950, he considered building a theme park. So in 1955, Disneyland opened. He had done shows, theme parks, movies, documentary films, which basically gave a lot of jobs to a lot of people. 200,000 jobs worldwide. Walt liked to say it was all started by a mouse. Let's make our own drawing of this beloved mouse. So let's grab a piece of paper and a pencil and get started. We're going to start out really light, drawing a circle. And that will be his head. And then the body is a little bit smaller and narrower, like a lima bean shape. Now what you want to do is you want to divide his head in half, but in a curve. And it touches the center point and bounces back around. It will look like the number 3. You make that little V point over his forehead. And now you're going to make his nose. You've got to make another oval, and it goes away from the circle, and it comes back in between the bottom of the 3. And you can make a little smile mark, and then you have a curve for his mouth open. And you'll make a double line to make his bottom lip. Now you're going to make his nose. Start out small. You can always outline it in the ink bigger to get a better judgment. And when you do the top of his nose, make a double little line. You're going to make his left eye a little smaller than the right eye, but it's pretty much an oval with an oval at the top because he's looking up. Now on his ears, you're going to make a circle above his head and behind his head. You don't want them too far apart. And you can always start out drawing them smaller than you think, because when you add the ink, you can make them bigger if you think they need to be. Now on his legs, you are going to follow the curve of his back, and his legs are like jelly. They kind of curve out. His knees are bent. The left leg is a little skinnier than the right leg. So now you curve the bottom of the legs like a smile, because that's going to be tucked into his shoe, and you're making 2 ovals on each leg at the bottom. And then a big round, almost circle for the front of his shoe, and then kick his shoe back a little bit to make the heel. And you're going to have his right foot behind the left one. Now, as far as his pants, his shorts, you want to make a higher waisted U or smile on his body. And those are his buttons, which we're making the left button a little bit smaller than the right. And we're going to make his pant sleeve in ovals. And so you're going to tuck the oval around his leg. Now his arms are going to come out in a 2 small smiles, and then we're going to do another double oval for his hand, just like you did for his shoe. Now the palm of his hand is going to be a circle, and then his fingers are going to come down, and they're going to tuck behind each other. There's going to be an oval for his thumb, and you kind of connect all of that. Now for his other arm, it's going to be tucked behind his back, and his arm's kind of like jelly too. It's kind of a funny curve. Now we'll end with his tail. You're going to go down almost all the way to where his feet are, but it's going to come a little short, and you're just going to loop it around. And now you get to fill it in. So take your time. You can smooth out any lines afterwards. Adjust sizes like his nose or his ears, and outline everything. And then you can color in his traditional red, white, and yellow.